praises, all honor, our glory to the Most High Yahuwah in His set apart name.
You gotta speak up a little. They
Hallelujah.
say we're too quiet.
Huh?
They say we're too quiet in the last video.
Okay. That's me. But yes, guys, welcome, guys. When you enter the chat, make sure you like the video, share this video because this is like it's right in front of our eyes. And if you don't see what's going on, you gotta know the past is over. Put it like that. The past is not the future.
You mean like the great glory days of America?
Yeah. Like literally what I just said, the past is not the future. And we gotta start thinking about the future and what's to come. Because that's basically what it is. So if you like this video, make sure you like, or if you enjoy this content, make sure you like the video. If you like this video, like the video. Yeah, that too. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about this passport, how the U.S. passport, the United States of American passport, has fallen.
Yeah, that's breaking news.
Yeah, that's like recent. Like wow.
Yeah, like today's the 24th. That came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Via Forbes, and you showed me, you sent it to me on Instagram, and I looked at it, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Because notoriously, people around the world say that America has the greatest passport. Americans also believe this, and the US passport is still strong.
Yeah, it's still strong.
But it is declining rather fast. Like, and there's a handful of countries that are above it right now because breaking news, according to Forbes, the US passport is in number 8 now. It used to be number 1 10 years ago. And so you can just imagine where it will be in 5 to 10 years. You can imagine that it will be number 16 or lower, depending on the trajectory of how things are going to pan out, especially in this age and time where we have, Biden and, the other lady that are, having these democratic things in the office right now. Trump, got shot and all of these things. And so America is looking very unstable to people across the world.
Exactly. So, yes, see a couple comments. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in, family. Welcome. Greetings. Shalom. Peace to you. Blessings. Make sure you like the video when you enter the chat. We appreciate it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's like it's right in front of our eyes. It's literally right in front of our eyes. Shalom, family. And if you can't see it right, like if you really can't see it, I'm glad that we do these videos because I'm pretty sure if we wasn't into like this breaking news type stuff that we do, we wouldn't know either.
True. You wouldn't even realize it.
You wouldn't even realize. You probably go to the airport and they probably like, oh, you gotta pay now.
Right.
This just happened yesterday.
Right. It's literally that to that extent because a few weeks ago we were talking about how Namibia, they used to be visa free for Americans, but recently they're like, no, you got to pay if you're an American. You make us pay when we go there, then you going to pay when you come here. And, you can't be mad at them because that's a just weight. That's an equitable balance. And so it's one of those things, it's bittersweet, but mostly sweet if you're on the side of right ruling and righteousness to say, okay, that would make sense that you would have to pay since every time people try to go into America, they act a hot mess. If anybody has talked to immigrants who are coming to America, dealing with all the procedures, it's much 10,000 times easier as an American to go to Africa, to go to Europe, to go to Asia than it is for these other nations to go to America. Unless they're European, then it could be that a little more equitable. But all of that is changing now.
It's changing right in front of our eyes pretty quick. I'm pretty sure before next year, and which is like what's that? 5 more months?
Right.
5 more months. It's gonna be different. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna be different. Definitely in a couple months for sure.
Yeah.
But you got to keep up with this stuff because, especially if you're thinking about traveling.
Yeah.
Like this just happened yesterday. So just imagine if they start to do stuff like that. They start to drop information, and you go to the airport. You fly out. You get to a country, and they say, "Oh, no, it's not free anymore for you. You have to pay." That's something that you need to prepare for. You got to keep up with the news and stuff because it's really getting down to that time where America is falling and it cannot get up, like literally.
Yeah.
is really falling and cannot get up.
And you know, a lot of people, especially people that read the Bible, believe the Bible, they have this religious notion of thinking that politics and what's happening in the world does not involve the Most High. And it's the contrary, it's quite the opposite. We see multiple times throughout scriptures where the Most High shows that he is interested in the things of the nations. You have King Nebuchadnezzar, you have Pharaoh, you have Israel, ancient Israel, that's still a people today. You have him dealing with nations over and over. And the literal term for that we use is what? Geopolitics. That's geopolitics right there. The Most High sending visions to certain kings, certain pharaohs, certain prophets. He's showing people what's going to happen on the earth because he made the earth and he cares about the earth. And so he does not do anything without showing his servants, the prophets, what's going on.
That's deep, especially what just happened the last couple of weeks. Like
all the things
really,
that happen.
Yeah, if you really think about what just happened these last couple of weeks with America, just everything that's happening with America right now, with the leadership of America and stuff, everything that's happening, he the Most High is showing you what's going on, but you really have to have that discernment and understanding to know it's not going to be good if you stay there.
Yeah.
You know, why would you stay somewhere where it's going to be chaos, where it's not going to be like that's probably going to be the first place without peace.
It already is. Look at
Yeah,
it.
it already is.
Already is.
Like we saw this video. I showed you this video yesterday of this guy. He went up to this guy's truck. I guess he was in traffic or
Oh,
something.
that was crazy.
And man, that was shocking. I'm
That
like,
was
whoa,
horrible.
like I mean, wow. But the video, the guy came to the truck with a gun, and then he like banged on the truck, boom, 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 boom. And the person in the truck, he had a gun too, but the guy didn't know, so I guess he like switched hands or something with his gun, and then he brought his other hand up without the gun, and the person in the truck just popped him, bang, bang, bang.
In the face, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the
It seemed
face.
like it was in the face.
Just that quick. Like that's what's about to happen like everywhere. Like I'm not sure the guy's
It already
name or
happens
anything
in
like
America.
that, but
That's nothing new.
that was like that was on video and everything. Like it was like whoa. Like wow, I really
that was disturbing. That was and it's in the wake of everything, you know, rest in peace to Sonia Macy, because it's even in the wake, you know, that video came out and then her video, it's just like it's too much violence. And people are seeing that. People around the world in social media times, they see that and they're like, you know what, these US passport holders, let's wait a minute and see if we want to let them in. Let's go on a case by case basis, because Forbes released an article, like you said, it was yesterday. I'm gonna read y'all what it says.
Yeah.
US falls back to number 8 in the world's most powerful passport index. Y'all see that? The US passport is number 8. It used to be number 1. Everybody knew it was number 1, and you are seeing the literal fall of America. So Forbes says the United States continues its decade-long slide down. Ooh, they sliding down. You know them little slides at the park. They'd be like, "Ooh, all done."
Just put your shorts in. Put your shorts in.
The Henley Passport Index to the 8th spot on the Henley Passport Index, a ranking of the world's passports according to the number of destinations their holders can access without a prior visa. In January 2024, the U.S. had climbed to a spot in number 7, up to number 8 from last year. A decade ago in 2014, the U.S. held number 1 with the United Kingdom. Wow, I graduated high school in 2014.
Wow, that's insane.
Wow.
Man,
that's when the U.S. was number 1.
Yeah, and it was still crazy back then.
Ooh, but yeah, it's on a super decrease, because who else of these top 8 that we're gonna read? Who else has slid? Has Greece slid like that? Has the UK slid like that? Has Belgium and Germany slid like that?
It's probably a lot of Western system countries. But before you read that, you were saying like how we was talking about how America is like how it is with just the violence and no peace and people just acting crazy, right?
Yeah.
And if the world's starting to see that, and we have this American passport, they're going to look at us a certain type of way eventually,
Eventually, yeah.
because
Yeah.
we don't like to have we're not American. We don't say, oh yeah, I mean, we have to say it, but we don't agree with it.
That's not like a prideful, yes,
Yeah,
I'm an American.
yeah. But when other people see us, they look at us a certain way. Because even here, they look at me and be like, "Oh, you, where you from? What's up, bro?" Like I'm like, man, I'm not even like that. I don't even move like that,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah.
that's how they see us. So pretty soon, this American passport is going to be a label for American people. No matter if you're white, no matter if you're black, no matter if you're Mexican or whatever. If you're
Right.
an American, you if you got this passport, you are an American, and everybody's going to be looking at you a certain type of way.
Yep.
So the time is coming where the whole world is going to go against America pretty soon.
I mean,
More
they're
than
already
half, yeah,
starting.
yeah,
They're already starting. Africa is already in that direction, to be honest. Europe is heading in that direction. Some of Europe is already in that direction, obviously, some of the Eastern European countries. And then, of course, you have Asia, and it would behoove our people. We implore you to use wisdom and to look into these things because the Most High, like we said earlier, the Most High does care about geopolitics. Why would he send dreams and visions to Joseph and Danielle? Why would he have Joseph interpret the dream of Pharaoh, who was the most powerful king at that time of the most powerful nation, Egypt? So the Most High does care. We can't be foolish enough to think that the Most High does not care about geopolitics. He is the one that literally created the earth and the nations. And so he cares to see if people are going to listen to him,
hmm,
whether it's Israelites or nations that are not Israelites. And that's the truth that some folks don't want to hear.
yeah.
Some folks don't want to hear that he cares about the affairs of other nations of the earth, but he does 100%. You can just read the book of Daniel and see that. Revelations 2:9-3:9 tells you that whether it's for the good or bad of that nation, he cares to see what people are doing on the earth.
It was written. Everything was written right for us to learn and have instructions. So yeah,
Yeah, because y'all, we gonna read the top 10 most powerful passports. Now, right now, this is from News India. Depending on which publication you read, News India says something a bit different from CNN. The main difference is the number one passport, according to News India, is Singapore. Now, on CNN, they say the top one is United Arab Emirates. Okay. And so I'm reading News India. The Singapore passport has been named the world's most powerful passport, offering visa free access to 195 countries as the latest ranking released by the Henley Passport Index. Number two. Now, a multitude of countries come in at number two, and they're all equivalent to each other in this ranking: France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and Spain. They come in at number two after Singapore. Number three, and y'all see United States isn't offered anywhere right here in this list yet, but we're at number three. Austria, now these are more nations that are all equitable at
hmm,
number three: Austria, Finland, Ireland, Luxembourg, Netherlands, South Korea, Sweden. So those seven countries are, visa free for 191 places on earth. And you're going to start to see a trend here. The trend you're seeing is these are Western European nations and they're a little bit of Asian nations, South Korea and Sweden. Okay.
Asia is rising.
It is. And then we have number four, these rankings, some more countries that are all equitable at number four. Again, you won't see America here. You have all these countries, which you could really honestly say, even though we're at number four on the ranking, all of these countries are before America. So we're
Yeah,
probably at about 20 countries that are before America in their passport ranking. So we have Belgium, Denmark, New Zealand, Norway, Switzerland, and United Kingdom. United Kingdom has even decreased as well because in the article we read earlier in 2014, US and UK were both at number one.
yeah.
But now even the UK is at number four. But the US, they like they said, they went down that slide at the playground. It was just like, whoop. You always laughing at me.
Why you make that noise?
I'm just saying,
Swoop.
that's how it went down. Like, I'm looking at it like, dang, since 2014, jeez, golly. Okay.
Oh, golly.
That's a struggle right there. So, number 5, guys, number 5 ranking. We got 2 countries, Australia and Portugal are number 5. So, Australia is above the US right now with their passport. So, they can go to 189 countries visa free. That's what the passport ranking is, to see which countries you can get in visa free. Okay. Number 6, y'all. Y'all want to know what number 6 is? These are still above the US passport. Greece and Poland. Okay, Greece, ancient kingdom, been around for a very long time, the Greek people, and they've managed to keep a better passport than America. Greece has been around for about 2, 3,000, 4,000 years. And America's at 176 years. No, sorry, 250 years soon in the next 2 years. My bad. Corrected myself, 250 years. Yep. 1776 to 2026. They're at 248 years. There you go. And so that's interesting. So you can see the rapid decline.
Swoop. This is interesting. This next one.
Ooh, ranking 7 again. U.S.
Number
comes
7.
in at number 8. Now these 4 countries again, y'all. We're probably about 30 countries in that are above the U.S. in passport ranking, when the U.S. and the U.K. were number 1. U.K. is hanging at about number 4. Canada, how do I say this? Czechia, Hungary, and Malta. Now, these are countries, well, y'all know where Canada is, but like Hungary and Malta are on the Eastern European side, okay? So you can travel visa-free to 187 different countries. The United States of America, the lone wolf at number 8 ranking.
Yeah.
You can get into 186 countries, which is decent.
Yeah, it's still good.
But that decline, be aware of that, because this is why we tell people in State of the Diaspora and Dream Life Africa, the different workshops and courses that we offer, that it's time to diversify. It's not time to play games. It's time to diversify, okay?
Go through 10, because that's
You want to see 10?
Why this one say number 9, but the other let's say
number 1?
Yeah.
Well, you have Eastern Media Publications and Western Media Publications.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
It's up to you to see which one, just look at them. Number 9, From India Times, has 3 countries. Now, what my husband was just saying was one of these countries on the Western Media Publication of CNN was at number 1, but this is an Eastern Media Publication, which tells me probably they have more insight into what's going on in Asia. And so Singapore is in Asia. United Arab Emirates is in the Middle East. So I assume that they're a little bit more on par with the Indian Times as to which countries have a higher ranking in Asia, since they are in Asia. That's their neighbors, that's their cousins, right? So ranking number 9, right below the US, Estonia, Lithuania, and the United Arab Emirates, which is where Dubai is. They can get into about 185 different countries. And then number 10, 4 countries, Iceland, Latvia, Slovakia, and Slovenia. So.
Yeah, that's the top 10, or top 50 probably. But yeah, that's shocking, guys. Like she said, slid down. Swoop.
That's what it did. Look, it just went down. It was like, I'm like 2014, it was number 1 with the UK.
But real quick, here.
Thank you so much, Malachi and Hadassah, Yasharel. Welcome to Journey Behind the Scenes. Enjoy. You now have access to 23 plus members only videos, where we basically show you the behind the scenes of what we've been doing since February. Actually, I think the first members only was December.
Yeah, it was when we was in
December 2023, Tanzania to where we are now. Enjoy the journey. Take notes, because there's a lot of stories. There's a lot of stuff going on logistically that we share behind the scenes, and enjoy.
Yes, thanks for subscribing, and for the new people, shalom, welcome guys.
Yeah,
we've been talking about how this passport is falling down a slope, a slippery slide. Swoop, just like that.
Swoop. It's done. It's
so
like,
yes, guys, welcome. Make sure you like the video if you just now entering the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be something too. I don't know if you want to read that the African countries.
Yeah, not one African country is in the top 10. Yeah, absolutely not. The way that colonial ties have been going on, and this is something that we just learned being in Africa, the way that these colonial ties have things, they're still raping and pillaging the continent, although it's not how it was before the 1960s when a lot of African countries had independence. The continent is still very much how do I want to say it? Neo-colonialized, and so you have these puppets, you have these different rapings in place to where they rape the economic system. They send these NGOs in, push the NGOs with clothes that stunts the growth of African entrepreneurs. But then, the people with the white skin, they come in and they say, oh, well, I have some Gap for you. Just take all this free Gap. Why buy your African clothing from the Dada, the sister down the street? That rapes the economy when you have these false NGOs. And I just want to preference, because a lot of people love these nonprofits and these things. But in reality, this whole pattern of nonprofits goes back to 1776, actually a little bit prior to then, when your good friends over in Britain, the American descendants of Britain, decided to rebel against the monarch, come to America. And guess what? They didn't come with flowers. They actually came, giving blankets, and they were like, here, just stay warm. But there was chicken pox in the blanket. And so that's one of the first
Mm.
patterns of NGO mentality that, Westerners brought to another part of the world. And you see how that panned out for the Native Americans today.
Yeah,
So
that's deep.
it's a
That's
little
very
history
deep.
lesson.
Yeah.
History is important, y'all. But yeah, now we will begin to see African passports raising more, but even within Africa, you find that the passports are not as strong as they should be. And that's where it really, really comes in handy. This advice that we tell y'all over and over again. Looking at the least corrupt countries, looking at the most peaceful countries,
Hmm.
looking at the regions where you can travel the easiest, depending on if you have an American passport, a UK passport, or a Caribbean passport. Because for each person, it's different. It's even different down to work history and the type of experience you have, where you can get different benefits and things based on your work history, whether it's in education, IT consulting, teaching. That's
Hmm.
a hot one. Teaching, if you can teach English or teach arts or teach marketing, business development, whatever you can
Analyzing, yeah,
teach, data
analyzing,
analysis.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because there's certain type of visas where you can literally stay for free for 10 years if you teach, um, basically like help the economy.
Yeah. If you know
So
strategic planning.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But yeah, like literally, so you gotta do your research. Also, I wanted to say that do your research on African passports too. Like which one is the most powerful to travel in Africa? This is
Yeah.
for somebody that wants to move to Africa and don't want to go back.
Right.
You might want to go to a country where you might can get citizenship over a certain amount of time. You might can get a passport. You might can get two. You can probably keep your American passport and get another passport.
Yeah.
So that's certain things that people could research about, especially if you want to stay here on the continent and traveling around.
Yeah.
You got to see which passport is the most powerful here in Africa for African countries. So that's something to think about too.
Absolutely, yeah, because it's time to be strategic. It's time to take off the religious, self righteous hat of I'm just going to be foolish and not know anything. And the fact is that, back to what we were saying earlier, the Most High cares about geopolitics. And so you probably should too for your lineage. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob cared about geopolitics. If they didn't, they wouldn't have went to Egypt in the famine to go and find food. And so we're in the same type of climate today where there is going to be mass famine and destruction on the earth, and yet the Most High has a way of having his Goshens in areas throughout the world the way he always has. And so if you're one of those people that can hear by the Spirit, listen by the Spirit, and be obedient through the Spirit, you're going to be blessed automatically, just
Hmm.
because that's his word. He already wrote gosh, he
Written.
already wrote it before the foundations of the world and ordained it. And so you just have to have the wisdom, the understanding and understanding to see, okay, what do I do with this knowledge? How can I get this knowledge? Because that's the state of America today. Y'all know everything's going crazy with these politics, y'all. And oh my gosh, they said Now Kamala has raised $81 million in funding. They said a lot of it was due to Black women. And, I just wonder. I just wonder.
I'm gonna look this up. I want you to read this too.
I just wonder.
Hallelujah. Or I mean, yeah. Look, it's all written, guys. It's all written. It's literally all written.
Why you say that?
Yeah. Let us know, please. The Wi-Fi is good. Yeah. Yeah, let us know before we move on with this list. This is the list of what is it? African
Top African passports.
buffering. Let us know if you can see my fingers clear. Did you see that? Okay.
Top African passport. Actually, y'all let us know in the comments what you think are the top 3 African passports. We'll give y'all a minute.
Yeah, that's a good
What
one.
do you think?
That's a good one.
What y'all think are the top 3? We're gonna quiz y'all's Africa knowledge. Y'all wanna come to Africa? We gonna do a little workshop right now.
Yeah.
What do you think are the top 3?
Or let's say top
African
5. Let's
passports?
get them some space. Top 5.
And this isn't to say that you just want to go certainly to a country that has a number 1 passport, but it is to be aware of the different dynamics so that you understand how to travel, you understand how to network, you understand how to do business, and how to establish your lineage long term back in the motherland.
You gotta stop hitting the microphone.
Oh, my voice is going in and out. Am I hitting my microphone? That's a struggle.
Yeah, so let us know what you think the top 5 passports in Africa is.
And if you can't come up with top 5, try top 3. Let us know. Reparations is the top passport, right?
Right. Man, just that might be a good thing. Just have a passport that says reparations.
They got a lot to pay. I think that's the thing people don't realize. It's worldwide. It's not just Americans. Okay. They got to pay South Americans. They got to pay the Australian Africans. They got to pay the Dubai Africans. They got to pay the Indian Africans. Okay, there's a lot of folks. It's a big debt.
Okay, so we got a couple answers here.
Okay, someone said Morocco, Ethiopia, and South Africa. Good guess. Really good. You actually got one of those right.
Yeah, the other person did too.
Ethiopia, Uganda, South Africa. Okay.
Oh, I know what they
got doing. One right.
They probably looking it up on their phone real quick.
They might be. I don't know. Senegal, Ghana, South Africa. Good guesses. Good guesses. All right, we're gonna read them. Okay, the top ones. There's 16 of them. Well, I'll read them slow so everybody knows what they are. Yeah. Number 1 is Seychelles. Seychelles is a beautiful island nation on the coast of East Africa. Number 2 is Mauritius, also a beautiful island nation on the coast of Southeast Africa. Number 3, South Africa. Okay, so we just in this southern eastern region right now with the top 3. Yeah. Okay, South Africa. Next, we have Botswana. Botswana. Number 5, Tunisia. Tunisia, by the way, is also on the least corrupt African countries index. Number 6, Lesotho. We're still that's majority South okay. African.
Yeah, that's small too.
Lesotho. Next, we have Morocco. Somebody guess Morocco. Morocco is correct. You're able, if you have a Moroccan passport, to get to 10% of the world. Mm-hmm. Okay, but I want to reiterate and go back to the top. Seychelles, Mauritius, these two, you can get to 55% of the world. When you go to South Africa, you drop down to 16%. When you go to Botswana, you drop to 14%, Lesotho, 11%, Morocco, 10%. Next is Namibia. Namibia, you can go to 9% of the world with a Namibian passport, another South African country, okay? Eswatini is another country that is in Southern Africa, 7% of the world. Cape Verde Islands, first one on the west coast of Africa, okay? Yeah. Okay, East Africa, a country that we had lived in for a while, Tanzania. You can go to 6% of the world on a Tanzanian passport. I do think this could be because Tanzania has strong ties with Korea, Russia, Asia, Israel, a lot of those countries, okay? This is where geopolitics and understanding the dynamics comes in. Then you have Mozambique, right below Tanzania, just south a little bit. You can access 5% of the world. Next, we have Kenya. So the Tanzanian passport is a bit stronger than Kenya at 5% of the world, 5.63. And then after Kenya is Rwanda, another beautiful country in East Africa. By the way, Rwanda is the cleanest country in the continent of Africa. Next, you have Malawi. Malawi is also in Southern Africa. I think all of Southern Africa is in this list.
Yeah.
Just something put out
East
there.
Southern. Yeah.
All of Southern Africa is included because next we have Zambia. Zambia is also in Southern Africa, just south of Tanzania. We had a glorious time one trip. Actually, we took a bus ride down from Tanzania, Dar es Salaam to Zambia, and it took 16 hours. And, you know, we flew through the mountains on the bus.
A solid 16 hours.
Solid 16, right?
It wasn't no 15. Nope, it was solid 16 hours.
Yeah, it was the time to remember. Yeah. Then we have Sao Tome and Principe, also on the west coast of Africa. Okay, so we got a few on the west coast. West coast, they could be a little stronger, but you know, hopefully they'll get there. Madagascar. Madagascar is another island nation off the coast of East Africa. It's the southern Eastern Africa. Benin. This is great. Why is this great?
They just passed to get citizenship.
Benin said they are passing dual citizenship for descendants of the slave trade, African Americans. So Benin, this could be a little better because this could be better than Sierra Leone. This could be better than Ghana.
Yeah,
because Benin is on this list.
I wouldn't be shocked if the next couple of years they'd probably be number in the top, 5.
Yeah, which also tells me Benin must have a low corruption score because most of the time you can't access various countries of the world unless you have a low corruption score. So next we have Gabon. Gabon is last. You know, you can get to about 4% of the world with the Gabon passport, but those are the economic mobility scores, visa-free access across the world, African countries. Most of them were in Southern Eastern Africa. A few in West Africa, Benin, Cabo Verde, Cape Verde Islands, Sao Tome and Principe. But yeah, I look forward to in the coming years, hopefully like Central African countries will be in the mix. You know, I look forward to that. Of course, more West African countries as well. But it's an interesting list. It's a very good list. And it's also based, of course, on, their networking and their ties with other countries. So you can look at it from both perspectives. You can see it from the perspective of wanting to be in a diverse country, or you can see it from the perspective of, no, I'd rather just kind of stick to myself and not be in a super diverse country. It probably depends for you. If you have children, then you probably want to have a little bit of diversity and a little bit more of systems and a little bit more of trust and credibility. But if you're a married couple or you're a single person, you have a little bit more risk tolerance in that area where you could just jump up and just be like, oh, I just want to go to Burundi and check it out. So that's that. Nice little workshop. That was like a little workshop. If you like this kind of teaching, feel free to join State of the Diaspora for August. But the thing is, there's only 4 slots left because people already signed up. So
so check the links in the description. Make sure you are diversifying, like really in these last days, because we see what we just talked about, passports. The U.S. passport is falling really fast. I'm pretty sure the next couple of years with everything that's just happening in this year is probably even gonna fall even more.
Yeah, by January. By January 31st.
It's gonna be like, look, America, if you don't believe it, is gonna be a third world country.
It already is.
Because a lot of the world is going to take it away.
Thank you so much, Cecil Smith, for sending the super chat. We appreciate it. That is wonderful. Yes. Round of applause.
Thank you, Asante.
And yeah, because we saw a news headline yesterday, y'all. And it put it was in such a, and we're probably gonna look into it more after this. because the way that they positioned it, we didn't even notice it. But we looked at this news headline from America. Snyder reports, by the way, SNYDER reports, an American that does news reporting. And he said that America is a third world country because we just witnessed a coup.
Ooh. Hey, you want to talk about that?
We just witnessed a coup, y'all. Coups only, and he said it like this again. I'll try to link the video. Snyder reports. He said it like this: we just witnessed a coup without realizing it. Coups only happen in third world countries, right? They only happen in Africa and Asia, right? And all of these nations. But a first world country just witnessed a coup. And people are just seeing America's not a first world country. What do you think? China, Brazil, South Africa, Namibia, Egypt, Dubai, or United Arab Emirates, all these people are thinking as everyone is looking at a coup.
That's crazy.
The
Look,
Secret Service woman, whoever her background is, she was just basically fired. She resigned. She did self-resignation. She was like, I'm gonna be accountable because
it's so crazy. Like that's why with stuff like that, man, I don't trust nothing that America try to do or say whatever. You always gotta keep your eye like what this don't. But I saw something too with they traced the shooter for Trump's phone back to the headquarters of FBI. So it was like it's a lot that's going on, and you're not gonna notice if you don't pay like if you don't try to like research it.
well,
But it's a lot that's happening in the system in American system um, under the table, and the regular person is not going to know. You're really not going to know until they really want you to know. They try to hide it. It's a lot of stuff that come out and stuff, but the regular person that's trying to work hard and save and survive, really, you're not going to know. Like really, because that's crazy.
yeah, they said, Sunday again, we were watching Dr. Umar Johnson's video, excellent scholar, excellent African centric type of teacher, person, professional. And he also said that we experienced a coup in America because the fact that it happened on a Sunday where Biden dropped out the race and not on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, where it could be a planned debriefing where people would, have the newsroom and have everything. It was on a Sunday on Twitter.
On
He
Twitter,
tweeted.
think about that.
Yeah, just pause there, just on Twitter.
On the internet, saying I'm done, guys.
And I just want to know where
And
he
I
was at in the
signed it.
White House.
I signed it right there too on the internet. I signed it and everything. I'm done.
Yeah, like how did that go down?
That
Some
was,
of the staff was telling him, I don't know if some of the staff or whoever deep state they saying was telling him you got to back down. But most certainly Sunday, it came out on Twitter and he didn't do a news conference. It wasn't planned. The rest of the White House did not know.
I guess pretty soon he's going to talk to the nation pretty soon.
They
That's
found
already
out
happening.
on Twitter. So they was on Twitter and they was like, oh, he's stepping down. It wasn't a planned thing. What does that tell you? That tells you that there's some kind of division in the Capitol, some kind of strange happenings.
Something like it's so. Just don't trust it. Put it like that. Don't trust it. Please don't trust it. And even with that Twitter stuff, it's crazy how like just say 10 years ago, since we've been talking about 10 years ago, right?
Okay.
How can a president spell stuff wrong? I saw somebody was going in on Trump, and he was like something. He spelled poll, like he was talking about the polls, like a voting poll, and he spelled poll like POLE.
The struggle.
10 years ago, this was not like that's like come on, like you're supposed to be president of the United States. You're supposed to be spelling stuff right. You're supposed to be acting a certain way. You can't just be saying anything on the internet.
Well,
But that's where America is headed. Like
just saying anything on the
leadership
internet.
don't know how to spell words correctly. It's crazy.
That is crazy. That's disturbing.
Yeah.
Because if they can't do that, that tells you they're not really running it.
crazy.
If you can't spell,
I'm pretty sure like they got people to do it for
you ain't
them
really
and stuff,
running it.
but still like that person
right?
Come on.
Like how much you paying the PR people? They didn't do a quick
poll. Like,
whose
come
fault
on.
was that?
What kind of poll you talking about?
Whose fault? We want to know.
Yeah, yeah,
Then you
that's
have
crazy.
Project 2025, y'all. And y'all know it's thing after thing. Project 2025 again. We've done videos on this recently. Go back to our live section, go journey with us, subscribe, hit the bell notification, click live, don't click videos, click live to go back and see what we've been talking about Project 2025 because I read about 70% of the document
Hmm.
and it was disturbing. So it starts out all cool, all okay, we're going to get rid of LGBTQ. We're going to start promoting marriages. This is good. This is good. Then you get down mid article. They're like, we're going to stop funding education. We're going to fund the
Oh, Head
police
Start,
department that
yeah.
loves to kill our people.
Man, talk about that. All
We're
right,
going
go
to
ahead.
continue to rape and pillage African Americans. Why do I say that? Because you're going back to like 1920s, 1930s. All the civil rights stuff is like, actually, we want to throw all of that away so that we can go back to the 1920s. So all that work your ancestors and your cousins and all them folks put in Project 2025. And by the way, Project 2025 does not require Trump to be in office. It doesn't require anyone to be in office. It only requires that a large amount of racist, white supremacist Americans agree with it and they will implement it on their own. And if you think these people won't do that, I invite you to look at what they tried to do in South Africa, how they tried their cousins, right? Germany, Belgium, all them folks, Great Britain, their descendants in America, they all cousins, okay? So they all got that same spirit. They are trying in South Africa to have the Western Cape to themselves. And so if you think for 1 second they're not going to try that, well,
Yeah,
you're not
it's
really
deep.
thinking.
It's man, you got to think with the police with that video. Right in the video, Sonia
Sonia Macy, rest in
Sonia
peace to our
Mason.
dear sister.
Um, she said something very um, specific to the police officer, right? She said, "I rebuke you in Jesus' name," right?
Mm-hmm.
And his response was, "What? I will shoot you right in the face." All she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Stuff is starting to manifest like that. That's all she said, and he came off like, "Man, like what?"
Mess with his spirit. Those demons
Yeah,
got
like
to.
that's very deep. If they did not have that audio, and then they telling us the truth right there.
It's a principality.
They're telling us what just happened right there. She said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and he took offense to that. Big, obviously, big offense to it,
Mm.
and shot her
In the face.
in the face, in the head. Right? That should tell you something. Like this, it's spiritual. It's very spiritual, and it's
Mm.
manifesting faster and faster. Like really, these demons is manifesting. Like he think about that, y'all. Like really think about that.
Yeah,
Look at
let
the
yourself feel
video.
that
She said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and he said, "What? I will shoot you."
in the face.
Like what? That's like wow. That they tell you right there was like
Yeah, that's crazy. And rest in peace again to Sonia Macy. But let us allow this. Uh, this is the thing that I don't like, that we see these things happen and then we're like, well, I'm not going to look, I'm not going to care, I'm just going to only care about myself and just ignore it because I can't take it. No, feel that anger, feel the frustration, feel the righteous indignation, and get the heck out of America, because it's life and death for many people in our community. And I would dare say it's the worst it has ever been in America since the institution was created, because at least in the 1700s, 1800s, 1900s, our people would marry and repopulate and they would be all right. Even if there were lynchings, our population was still increasing. But in America, the way it stands today with LGBTQ, with the violence, with everything that is going on, we are at a detrimental state. We're at a state where we cannot continue like this.
can't go no more circles. We so used to just going in a circle, And we got to get out of that. They tell us what they doing to us, and we just gonna still stay there.
And ask questions and say, well, what about China? What Chinese man has ever shot an African woman in the face? Please tell me. Let me know.
Like,
Let me know if you know them.
like if you, I'm pretty sure the people that watch this know what's going on. Like we telling you guys to get out. Like that's literally what it is. And if you really believe it, get out. Because stuff like this is just gonna keep happening, keep happening, keep happening, keep happening, right in front of our face.
Yeah.
And you just accepting it.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. It's not this is not no game. This is real life. This stuff is really happening. We gotta get, man, we just gotta get straight. Straight and narrow path. Stop going in this circle. Like it's getting bad.
Yeah. And
It's been bad. It's been bad. Put it like that. It's been bad.
been bad. Then we wonder, why are Indians in Africa? What does that have to do with our people getting shot in the face? What Indian man or woman has ever shot an African woman or man in the face? Let me know. Which one has been on the neck of our people, sitting on George Floyd's neck, right? Police officer. What Indian, what Chinese man, what Burmese, Hindu, whoever, which one did that? Let me know. Let me name them.
Man.
Because you can't name them, because these things only happen in America and the UK.
Yeah.
Because in Africa, that stuff isn't even allowed to happen. If somebody steals from you, your community in Africa will chase them down. And a lot of times they'll cut their hand off.
Yeah. Righteous. Man, it's deep, y'all. And we come on here really try to uh be nice and say get out, but it's really not time for that no more. Especially,
It's
man,
not.
we see what's really going on.
Yeah.
Like
Over and over.
over and over, year after year. And it's gonna get more crazier. That's that's the truth. It's just gonna get more crazier.
Yeah.
More crazier and more crazier. Because it has to.
It has to. And they already told you. It's not like they didn't warn you. They tell you right there in Project 2025.
They tell you the truth. Like really, right in your face.
But our people
Right in
like,
our
well, it's
face.
summer vacation. I'm not paying attention to that. Well, I would hope you would, especially if you have children. I really hope so.
Yeah, we gotta protect our children too. Like it's crazy.
You know, and the scripture
It's all the
says,
world.
he who does not care for his own family is worse than an infidel. And you just can't assume that that only means resources. I have to also assume that he who does not protect his family, his children, the people of his household, is worse than an unbeliever. This is scripture. This is what Yah said, the Bible. He says it would have been better if you just didn't believe in anything, or if you would have believed in Pharaoh and whoever, what other gods. It would have been better than for you to sit and not protect your own family and take care of them. But this is the state of our people in America. And so they will continue to reap that portion, because the scripture says that's worse than an infidel. So when the Most High looks down on the earth and sees you not protecting your own family, not caring about your own household, not caring about your own children, nieces, and nephews, and saying, oh, well, since I got crab legs and lobster, I'm good. Okay, well, you're worse than an infidel. You might as well have believed in 25 million other gods. Whew, child.
Crab legs and yeah. And that's getting
These
more
are the
dark.
comments we see. We're not making this stuff up. People have left comments saying, well, I have shrimp and lobster and a BMW, so I'm good. Really? You're good because you have shrimp and lobster? It's crazy. But y'all, just Google, he who does not care for his own family is worse than an infidel. It's in the Bible. This is scripture. And this is why it's so important for us to turn the TV off, to turn off the vacation for a while, turn whatever is distracting you to the point where you can't read simple scriptures. And it's not hard, these principles and these laws. It does not take 30 hours a day. People will put in 40 to 60 hours at their job, but they won't just read the entire book of Proverbs, where these principles are. And then our people say, "Oh, well, Africa's just horrible, and I can't go there." And then Asia's bad, and everything's bad. And it's like y'all not really been paying attention.
Yeah, we just gotta pay attention. And like if you know that we're in the last days, I'm pretty sure people that's watching this know that we're in the last days, right? It's it's not a complex thing to know. So you gotta you gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect your peace. You gotta protect what is to come around you. Like it's gonna be crazier, right? It's just gonna get more crazier. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen. It has to happen.
Yeah.
And Mystery Babylon is falling right in front of our face.
Yeah.
So don't be a part of it.
Fast. Very quickly.
Like
Yeah.
this US dollar is gonna mean I'm it's okay now, but the next couple of years it's not gonna be. It's not gonna
Diversify.
be it's gonna be a third world currency.
It's already a third world country, because we just had that coup we witnessed. And it's 1 Timothy 5:8 for those who ask. But if any provide not for his own house, especially for those of his own house, he has denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
And we just read that too.
Timothy. And y'all know the book of Timothy talks a lot about the last days where people will be selfish, lovers of selves. Just read the Bible without pastor and the whoever teacher, all these, because it's very simple and practical when you just read it for what it literally says. If any provides not for his own, especially of his own house, what is he providing? What do men usually provide? Does anybody know? Safety, security, resources. And so if anyone is not providing these things for their own house, they are worse than an unbeliever. Now, our community in America, do we really believe that we completely do 1 Timothy 5:8? Nobody talks about this law. Everybody wants to talk about the calendar law, the fringe law. What about this law? About providing for your own family, especially your own, but especially those within your household.
Yeah, because that's the best thing that I could have did is to get my children here. Like really.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Because the neighborhood that we was in,
yeah.
Man. Remember that one? Man, yeah, never mind. But
you have to go back to our lives far
really,
back.
It's some stuff that happened, and
Yeah.
Of course I grew up in it. I knew how to move around in it, but no, I don't want that for my children at all.
And even from my side, not growing up in it, growing up in an Ashkenazi Jewish community from 5 years old, I can tell you it's no better. Because even though you deal with violence, theft, and just seeing all types of different drugs and things like that, growing up in the hood, when you come to the white side, okay, you basically see the same things. You still see the drugs, you still see, but on top of it, now you experience the racism. Now you experience the psychological trauma of living with people every day who do not like you. They can pretend they like you all you want, but if you have any kind of level of discernment, which most kids have, then they don't like you. And you see your family just try to get up and be like the Joneses, so to speak, in white supremacy. And it's a means to an end. It's vanity. It's empty. It's nothing. It's literally nothing. Trying to live in the richest white neighborhood. It's nothing. It means absolutely zero.
It's still gonna be the same thing.
It means zero.
Yeah.
So you might as well come to Africa. That was the conclusion we came to from our different backgrounds. Speaking to each other as a married couple with children when we were still in Ohio, we quickly came to the conclusion at 24 and 25 years old, this is the only playbook. There is no other playbook in this nation. Yeah. It's this or that. You came from one side, I came from the other. Is this or that? And so we were like, okay, let's go to option C, which is return to the motherland, where we were supposed to be in the first place.
Because man, we was gonna do it.
Yeah.
We was about to go to New Albany. That was our plan.
Rich white neighborhood.
Some big old houses. We was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. We thought that was the best option.
Yeah. But
that's not the best option.
No, it's not. You really gotta think internally. You gotta think spiritually, because that's the way to think now. Because if you're thinking physically now, it's not gonna it's gonna fall. All this physical stuff is just gonna fall, and it's not gonna be good. So if you really trying to
Yep.
protect your peace, because that's what it says, seek peace, protect it. You have to protect your peace
Yep.
in this crazy, chaotic world. And if you don't want to be of the world, especially like America, that's the only place like for real.
Where you can, like you said earlier, that video you saw,
That
two white guys, one's in traffic,
yeah,
the
that
other
was
one walked
crazy.
up to the car, he had a pistol on him. The other guy didn't know. He walked up to the car, banging on the window. You said the other guy in the car put his hand up, like psyching him out. He didn't know. Instant bullet to the
Instant, just
face.
three, and it's righteous. That's America for you.
That's America. Yeah.
On the Wi-Fi too. On the Wi-Fi too.
Somebody said I saw that video. It's crazy. Exactly. But our people in America now are like, I'm gonna pretend it's not happening. Well, guess what? White Americans are slowly trickling back into France, Germany, Spain, Belgium. Okay. They're slowly even
Yeah,
starting to see it themselves.
but what's I saying? Yeah, that's even worse than ever before. People are getting sued because you looking at somebody wrong because they look crazy. They look you looking at somebody like, is this a man or a woman? And then they will go tell the police on you, and you will get thrown in jail or you'll
Oh, and
get
if you
fined.
black, you might get shot.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
like
Let's
for
be
real.
really,
So
really real.
that's another thing. And then think about your children with all the crazy the just the environment that they try to have our children in. Just the music, the videos, the little Nas's.
Oh gosh, that
I
man's
saw a
sick.
video the other day. It was a concert. And it was like teenage boys, maybe Jeremiah's age, maybe a little bit older, 14 years old, probably. And they was going to a little Uzi Vert concert or something like that.
Something like that.
And they look, it's just, it's crazy to think about. Like, man, so they
Ooh.
teaching our children how to be like that. And it's like they can't think for themselves because this is what
Mm.
everybody does. And then I saw another uh, who was it? The YouTube channel that we watched. Um,
Full spectrum.
yeah, he was saying that the Gen Z nation, or wow, Gen Z nation. It's not a show, but Gen Z.
The children. Yeah.
Yeah, they getting involved in scams. Like most of them, that's normal to it.
That's their job.
That's normal to them. This is what they'd rather do than try to go get a job or work for themselves.
Well,
They
nobody
just want to
hires them. They
scam.
just hire all the immigrants. You know, they
So
don't hire
the
them.
next 5-10 years, America's gonna be a scam nation. Like for real.
You just wonder about the future of America, and so we implore y'all, book your ticket, man. Definitely book it before January 1st. I mean, I 100,000% wouldn't wait that long, but if you gotta wait a little bit, wait till October. But even then, y'all book that. You ain't got nothing to lose. You come from a nation where you have a lot of education expertise, okay, and so you really don't have much to worry about. You really just have to book the ticket, leave, and stay steadfast on your path. And so many people have done it. Like somebody said in the comments earlier, Florida is booked out for their passports because everybody's leaving, and it is not.
Look.
Yeah, that bird, like the bird on the calendar, it is not just African Americans leaving. It's white Americans that want to also diverse the perverse and violent culture of America. And it has been like that since 1776. It's not going to stop because that was the foundation. So you must assume that based on the foundation of the nation, of the house, that foundation is going to also be like that through each stage of the house. And you can see where that has led today.
Yeah,
If
you
you have
gotta
eyes
think.
to see, you can see. If you don't, I don't know. Try to be humble and try to really see. And it just shouldn't be that hard where you just saw, unless you're one of those people that's like, I don't want to see that my sister cousin just got shot in the face.
Yeah,
Why don't you want, and I understand you don't want to actually visually see it, but allow yourself to process and feel it and say, oh, I'm not safe here. My children aren't safe here. Why would I allow another generation of my family to live here when it's in my power to leave? Because it's 100% your power. It's 100,000%. You just got to get rid of that. I don't even know what spirit to call it. It's just really foolishness and ignorance, you know? The people perish for the lack of knowledge in the book of Hosea. That's what it says. The people perish for the lack of knowledge. And knowledge is simply having the logistics, the instructions, and the rules according to the Most High for what to do for your life. The people perish for the lack of knowledge. Our people are perishing for the lack of knowledge. It obviously starts with repentance and being called in the Most High. But at the end of the day, the Most High is calling people out. They might not even know everything about Him, but because they're willing to just take a risk and trust that He's there, trust that He's got them in some way. They may not have all the knowledge, they may not know all the biblical things. But at the end of the day, He is granting people a level of grace and mercy and executing their most wildest dreams, because it goes back to Genesis of being in the garden. That's what He's trying to get us back to, worshiping Him in the cool of the day. And you can't worship Him in the cool of the day when you're working 50 hours and your kids are being taught by, whatever white man's curriculum on how to be self-destructive.
That's deep. Man, that's deep. Like, guys, y'all, look, just, truth. We got to speak the truth, because it's getting pulled away. It's getting swept under the rug. The truth is not available no more.
Yeah, nobody's talking about it. Nobody's enraged. Nobody even has the proper emotional capacity to be enraged anymore. And when they are enraged, they want to go march the streets. We've been marching the streets for decades. Been doing that since the 1950s. Let's be done marching the streets. What did marching the streets get us? It didn't get us nothing. Okay? It didn't get us nothing.
Exactly. Man, it's getting real. Hold on.
Ricky said, what? He said, oh, snap, breaking. You finna have us on here for another hour. Breaking news, family. Just as we are on this live session, a subscriber, Ricky, you said the Russian missile just landed in a NATO country, Romania. I don't know if y'all know what that means, but we're going to fill y'all in real quick on what that means. If Russia sends a missile to a NATO country, the NATO alliance of France, America, Great Britain, Germany, and them folks, they will probably be shooting back.
Man, it's just war. War. Look, it has to happen. It has to. That's just what it is.
Wow.
Find a place where it's safety somewhere.
And we just gave y'all a wonderful list. If go back to this video, rewind multiple times, and you will get the answers you need.
Exactly. Like, man, the Most High did not have us do this video for no reason.
Look, we've been trying to look, and it happened. It's happening so fast. Literally, while we're on the live, we came on to talk about a different topic.
Yeah, look. Go ahead. We got to redo.
It's officially World War III.
Hasn't been on here.
Y'all get out
since the beginning.
We're not trying to be funny.
We wanted to talk about this passport, how the American passport fell to number 8 now, probably like 30 or something like that. But for the list, number 8. And we talked about African passports also, but we kind of got into some truth because people need to hear it. And now it's breaking news that Russia.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Share, like, subscribe. This is breaking news. As a subscriber shared, Russia has sent a missile to Romania, which is a NATO country. Now, what does this mean, y'all?
In the midst of Biden about to speak and K, we can't say her name, but the K lady
Harris.
Yeah, the K Harris.
Y'all, it's time to go.
It's all amped up in America. Trump is all amped up in America, but stuff
Romania's
like this is
amped up because they just had a missile sent to them.
Still happening.
It was an accident. They said it's an accident. Why are they like this? Oh gosh, and y'all know Japheth has notoriously been a man of war, okay? Japheth is a man of war, y'all. And we tell y'all, I love studying history. I study both African and European history. And let me tell you about those Eastern European nations. They don't play. Look, them pirates, them folks, they don't play. They don't play. And so, as y'all can see, they don't play. In the Middle East, they don't play. In Eastern Europe, they don't play. And so, they're well prepared to take on whoever they got to take on, which is why I guess they sent the missile, even though they said it was an accident. Ooh, y'all, just leave. Why just leave? It's just book your ticket. You got nothing to lose. Most of us, I would even veer to say all of us, all of our people are experts beyond our wildest beliefs. And you can come here and set a trajectory for yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
You can set a good trajectory for yourself via student visas, volunteer visas, work, whatever it is. There are so many endless options. And it's the moment in the book of Matthew where Yahusha said, those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Mm-hmm. Flee doctrine. But people say, oh, there's no set. Okay, well, it really originated in Genesis where Abraham had to flee. Okay, mm-hmm. That was the flee doctrine. He was told to flee from his from his father's land, Tehor, and get out of worshiping idols. Okay, so that was the number one flee doctrine. Then the last recent flee doctrine we had was Yahusha, the literal Messiah on the earth, saying to the people who are in Judah and Jerusalem, saying, let those in Judea flee into the mountains when the Romans come in and invade. This is the moment. Let those who are in America flee to areas that are outside of America. It could be in the mountains, but get out. That's that same, we're not saying anything new. The words we speak aren't even our words. We didn't write the Bible. We just read the Bible and we're obedient to it. It started with Abraham, ended with Yahusha, and on both sides, Genesis and Matthew, from the beginning to the end, you see that the Most High says go. Get out the land of the north. That has that in the book of Zechariah. Go read the entire book of Zechariah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so these are the principles that we left on, the principles that we survive on, the principles that fuel and give us power. And it can give you power too if you just read them and believe them and see them for what it is.
You got to believe, be obedient, and know why you're doing it. Know why the Most High already know your footsteps. He just really, he give you a choice, but you got to really make the right choice. And once you make that right choice, it's just going to flow. Everything's going to be straight and narrow. So just do it. Like we literally keep saying that. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. So my husband, you put up the Kyiv post. If you don't know where Kyiv is, Kyiv is a city in Russia.
This is the only post that was up. The other ones was this is 2 hours ago.
Okay.
But the other one was a month ago and stuff. But this is 2 hours ago.
Reports Russia hits NATO member Romania with kamikaze drone. I don't know what a kamikaze drone is. If you do, then please let me know.
Y'all know what that is? That's Dragon Ball Z drone.
Why you say that? I don't understand.
That's probably a powerful missile. Say that.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
For me hearing that, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is.
I thought you was being serious.
I mean, that's what it sounds like.
Ukrainian investigator from the Prosecutor General's office views fuel trucks burnt and destroyed during a Russian kamikaze drone strike attack on the Danube port city Izmail on Wednesday. According to local news reports and social media, at least one Russian weapon flew into NATO airspace. Rewind, let's say that 3 times for the folks in the back. According to local news reports and social media, at least one Russian weapon flew into NATO airspace and blew up near the Romanian village of Plaruru. Prosecutor General Office official photo. That's what it did. So this is live breaking news. Y'all on here reading the news just as we are. So that's flew into a NATO airspace and detonated near that Russian village. The Iran manufacturer Shahed robot plane. Oh, Iran manufacturer. Okay. Not gonna say none. Robot plane Wow, robot plane. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. The Iran manufactured Shahed robot plane reportedly struck and blew up the vicinity of the Danube River shoreside hamlet of Plarura in southeastern Romania. Ukrainian social media video recorded the river port opposite of Plora, showed an orange flash lightning up the night horizon. Oh, this happened at night. On the Romanian side of the river, flames and smoke reached hundreds of meters into the sky, were visible following the explosion. A Russian kamikaze drone strike against Ismail had been in progress at the time. So this hit NATO borders, and NATO sees themselves basically as one country, as one people.
This thing. Okay. I think we are good. Hold on. Let us know if you can hear us. Let us know if we are live still. We had some connection issues. It's counting, so I think we are live. But thanks for the super chat, David Israel, Daweed Israel. And this is the second time he asked this question. How do I sign up for your seminar?
Check out the link in the description for State of the Diaspora August edition. It takes place towards the end of August. We do go over the logistics of making such an enormous and beautiful, bountiful move to Africa. So check out, you'll learn more about that, the link in the description. And yeah, y'all, depending on how America, Great Britain, France, Spain, Germany, all the folks feel about this, there could be some more retaliation. And, Russia, they said it was an accident. They're like, whoops, didn't mean to just fly that into that Romanian village. So it's been an eventful day.
Yeah.
It's been eventful.
Yeah, even that's what man talking about. What was it? I saw Yellowstone. Let me know in the comments too if you guys saw something like this. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I saw it on social media. But Yellowstone like blew up or something.
No, if that blow up, America's done.
It was something. I saw something like that.
Yellowstone National,
Yeah,
that
the national
volcano
park.
there, if that volcano erupts, it produces a cloud
I
so
don't think it was a
big.
volcano. It was something else though. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, please clear it up for me. I wanted to talk about that earlier, but it just came back to my mind uh, because stuff like that is happening
Yeah.
everywhere.
But the Yellowstone volcano, if that actually erupts, we wouldn't be here talking to them because it erupts so big that it causes an entire gray cloud to cover the entire United States. Okay, it was the geyser, not the entire volcano, the geyser. Yellowstone National Geyser. Yeah, y'all. I mean, read the book of Matthew 24 and 25, read Jeremiah 17. A hot springs exploded. And book your ticket. What you waiting for? You waiting until the troops come in? You waiting like what you waiting for? Ricky on it today. Ricky, you are on it today. Also, say hello to the family for us. Breaking news again, y'all.
Another
former Iranian president just survived an assassination attempt 1 minute ago.
What?
Y'all, just find a nice place in southeastern Africa and be safe. Yeah.
He just got elected from the people or something. That's crazy. Guys, man, get somewhere safe. Just please.
Gosh, that's crazy, y'all. 123 people in the room. Hit the like button if you learned something new today. We have 93 likes, 125 people. We would just love it if you hit the like button. It's free. Just helps us get the word out about geopolitical news because this world's crazy. It's ghetto out here. It's very ghetto. Keep it moving international said Mauritius is nice. Have you been before? Have you been? Yeah, because look, if you're just coming in the room, you do want to watch this entire video because this has almost been like a free workshop where we're discussing which regions are safe, which passports you can utilize, how to look at your move to Africa and across the world to find somewhere that's safe during World War III, because there are certain Goshens. Like this was a actually very comprehensive video. You want to get your notebook, you want to get your pen, you want to take notes. There are countries like Benin, Ghana, Sierra Leone that offer dual citizenship as well as Zambia. There are countries that are doing different favors for Americans right now. But at the same time, the US passport has slid down the rate to number 8. It used to be number 1 in 2014. Just rewind this video, listen to it again, save it, share it, because this was a good, y'all got a lot of gems in this video. This was a good workshop.
Like really, exactly. So if you guys want the official workshop, click the link in the description.
State of the Diaspora August
State of
edition.
Diaspora,
Urgent.
August. Tomorrow we got the last Zoom session.
Yeah, for
the people
July.
that signed up for July. And diversify your money, because the U.S. passport is falling. The next thing gonna be the money. So make sure you open multiple bank accounts. We try to really tell people, like, this is what we've been doing for the past 4 years, and it's been helping us. When something goes down,
Yeah.
we still got funds. We still can use another bank account. So
And served over 150 clients who left
Exactly.
America and are in various nations of the earth, not just Africa.
So yeah, we don't just say stuff for no reason. We're really trying to help people just not go through what a lot of people go through.
Yeah, you don't have to go through foolishness when you have knowledge.
Yeah. So hallelujah, all praises to the Most High. You have to say anything else?
All I gotta say is I'm gonna go try and make some chickpea meatballs and eat some spaghetti, and yeah, go read Psalms 91 and just, stay woke and do things differently than our ancestors, y'all. They wasn't doing stuff wise, but we're in a day and time where we can do stuff wise. We can look at the scriptures and take practical, tangible knowledge and not just spiritualize everything. There's a lot of tangible gems that are in the scriptures that you can pull, and you can have a peaceful, abundant, beautiful life, even in the midst of a famine, even in the midst of the war. How do I know? Because I read the story of Joseph in the book of Genesis.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say let's do questions real quick. Some people's asking questions. So if you guys have any questions, let us know before we get off of here. Yeah. What, you hungry?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Look, I just saw those eyes. I'm looking. She like, are you serious? Right now.
Yeah, you read me. Yeah, you read me. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. That's the benefit of being married for a long time, knowing each other. That I'm hungry.
I'm sorry, no questions, guys. I'm in trouble, y'all. We can't do no questions right now.
Yeah, chickpea meatballs. You gotta be creative. It's very affordable to just buy lots of chickpeas, y'all. And you can just live your best life, save your resources, diversify, and try to be healthy. That's a different topic, though. I done got to a different topic.
Yeah, just hit me up, Asade. Appreciate it. I hope everything's going well with you. I know you getting land over there building. I've been seeing some stuff, and you know us. We say come to Africa and do it.
Yeah.
But you still gotta do it where you are. So
yeah.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check the links in the description.
Yep.
Make sure you hit that like button, share this video.
And the last question, a member asked it, so I do want to answer it. David Israel, members only. Thoughts on Senegal? Senegal is 100% a great place. Why? Senegal is visa-free for Americans, meaning you can hop on a plane today and get access without paying a visa fee, okay? Senegal is excellent also for business. Senegal is excellent because it has a diaspora community there. Senegal is excellent because it's a stunning, beautiful country, and a lot of us do have ancestry from Senegal as well. So David Israel, Senegal is a good one. That's a good one to look into. And yeah, y'all, I think that's it. Is that it? I just want to answer that because that was members only. That was member.
Yeah. So that's all, guys. We appreciate you guys' support. Just get out. Just get out.
And watch the movie Get Out, and then go ahead and get out.
Yeah, watch the movie Get Out. Watch the movie
Salt.
Watch the movie Us. That was a creepy movie.
Us is creepy.
I wouldn't say that, but yeah.
Us is creepy.
But it's telling the truth. Watch the movie They Clone Tyrone. Watch the movie Leave the World Behind. It's so much. They give you so many examples right in our face that tell you the truth, and we still just gonna, just fall for what's to come. So please don't fall for what's to come, because they telling us. So
yeah, and then binge watch Journey with us. We have like 400 videos that will help your lifestyle in Africa and abroad, really in any nation of the earth, because we have clients in Costa Rica as well. All right.
Yes. Shalom, guys.
Shalom. Be blessed and safe. Much love, fam.
Yes.